Good morning, I'm Victoria with Eli Landscape Contractors, and I'm going to show you guys how to use your Rainbird clocks. They're pretty simple. I love Rainbirds. They are very user friendly and they definitely stick to the KISS method. So let's start off here. We have the system already in off. If it's going to rain, you can just go ahead and switch it to off, or you also have the options of installing a rain sensor. Right here, you're going to want to keep it away from your house when you do install the rain sensor, so that way dew doesn't, trick the sensor into thinking it's raining and not going off. You can also, go back here, get an accessory and you can attach this to your cell phone so you can control it from your home and not even have to come outside. So first off, let's go over to auto. When you put it on auto, it will automatically go off. All you have to do is press this button right here, hold it down, and then it'll start. So zone 1 starting, that's all the way up front. I'm gonna click this back off to shut the system off. And that's how easy it is just to use the auto. Not only will it come on itself, but you can manually cut it on this way as well. Daylight saving times comes through. You're going to want to come to your date and time and change your times. Your date should be fine from setup. So all you have to do is click over this 4 times. You're at your hours and minutes, plus or minus to change it. Minutes, same thing. So we're going to switch over here to your start times. In the summertime, you're going to want 2 start times going on. First off in the morning and about 2 to 3 hours before sunset, so the water has time to dry up off of your grass. Easiest way to change that, say add a second start time. Obviously hit this button and then hit up until you get to the PMs. Oh, still 1 a.m. 4 p.m. is a generally good time to give your grass enough time before sunset to dry up, so that way you don't open your plants and your grass up to diseases and insects. So now that that's done, we're going to go over to run times. Each zone has its own particular time. If Eli sets up your zones, your last zone is going to be your plants, and that's going to be the most time. So you can switch over your zones. If you want to add time, just press the button up or down to add or subtract times on whatever zone you choose. Your water days. There's a whole different system over here that you can set up, but it's easier just to use the system that I have on now. Say if you want it off on Mondays, hit minus, add a day, subtract a day, add a day. Your rain sensor, this will only come into play when you actually have your sensor in. When it says active, that means your sensor is actually going to be working. We don't have a sensor on this one. It says active, but it's still not going to do anything. Your seasonal adjust, that's already adjusted for you. You don't need to mess with that. Just leave it as it is. And the fun part, manual watering. This is one where you get to choose your own zone that you want, and only one zone is going to come on. So I'm going to turn on the drip zone. Hold this till it starts and your drip's running. As simple as that. And just that zone is going to be running. And you can turn it back to auto. It'll continue running, but it won't go through any other zones because you turned it on with manual watering. And of course, when you're done, system off. And that's it.
Great. Do I need to do anything when it gets cold?
You want to make sure you have your backflow bag on top of your backflow when it's cold, so that way you don't freeze your pipes. Okay. Your backflow also needs to be tested once a year, depending on the city. The water company normally sends you a message for that.
And how do I get help?
You can either go to rainbird.com, or if Eli did your yard, you can always call me.
Thank you very much.
No problem.